The mixtapes, he just get out and really do his thing. You know what I'm saying?
Respect to the brother all the way. Anyway, he been in the
Yeah,
game so
and
long.
again, that's where it comes in. Is like I'm stuck on rhyming and shit like that, but it's more than that. It's impact. Like impact means something.
Yeah.
And he ushered in a whole
Yeah,
generation.
yeah.
You know what I
But
mean? So,
but again, the only shit I don't care about the impact. I'm not a kid no more. Only thing I
I
care
feel
about
that. The
is
talent.
yeah. I want to hear them rhymes clapping with them drums, bro. I want to hear. And if it's not, and again, I like look. I hear a lot of rappers. They rap now with down. They'll say something. I'm going up now. Here we going and we going back down. That shit don't rhyme to me. It piss me off. So that's how I be listening to shit like oh, he tried to sneak that in. And again, I every once in a while I'm writing a nice 16 and I can't find, and I've snuck some stuff in. So I understand that. I've you know what I mean? But don't.
If you sneak something in, it shouldn't be on an elementary level.
Man, it happens a lot,
Yeah, I
bro.
got what you're saying.
And
Something as simple as that. You can find a word to rhyme with.
no, because again, there's a term that gets thrown around now called technical. He's technical. He's technical. Okay, so if he like right now, the for me, the most technical dude right now to me is R.J. Payne. As far as
mm,
again, I'm listening to a rhyme pattern in the first two first two bars
You think he's more technical than M?
because his rhymes are again I call struggle rhymes where that shit like barely might again down and now say down say now for
Yeah.
years niggas have rapped now and down together. Hey man, hold on one second. Let me go. Y'all can chop. Let me go.
He wild.
hey, that what is what they say that M bends the syllables of
Yeah,
words. So that's
because
that's a
like
that's a cheat code.
I look at M as technical.
Hmm.
I'm not a fan really of like just the music itself. I mean, yeah, he's dope with it, but like just for me, I need a little bit more soul with my shit. You know what I'm saying? But he's not like in my top list just because I don't feel it like that.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that. Earlier, those first two albums, I was like, okay, it was something new,
Right.
what I mean, to my ears. And I was just like, oh, this kid, he's nasty, you know.
And
But
and
later
then
on,
also it was before the bread came into play. So these
mm,
dudes was hungry.
facts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes that goes out the door after a few $1 million.
Like as soon as I hear down, as soon as I hear down rap with now, I'm out. I'm out.
He's I'm out of
I'm
here.
out.
I gotta keep that in mind and to make sure I don't if I do a
Yeah,
song or something that Sands don't check out on me, man.
yeah. Well,
Can,
no, again,
can a producer slide by rhyming down and now? Do I
okay.
get a pass?
I mean,
I
again,
ain't
yeah,
gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it, but
again,
I'm just asking.
yes, because you're not touted as the top lyrical technical
Right.
dude. When you throw technical at me, every motherfucking rhyme better motherfucking click, nigga,
So
or get that technical shit
I,
out of my face.
I thought technical was more about the flow and not necessarily the words.
For me, technical is about you technically constructed a rhyme. Again, that's the thing about it. This is called rhyming.
Right. I got you.
So you technically constructed a rhyme pattern where the shit was landing, where all the shits land with the bit and all the construction land with the production and all that shit worked together. There wasn't any slip ups because you're so technical.
I got you.
Mhm.
I'm gonna
So
take no.
when
I'm gonna take note of that because
yeah.
I've been
So
letting some
so
people slide because of that. But I get what you're
nah,
saying.
bro. Look. I love Benny. Benny say some shit, boy. He be like rolling through the shit through the toll booth. But again, Benny miss rhymes. He miss rhymes. You know what I mean? That's just the flat out truth. He miss rhymes. But he's awesome. But he misses rhymes. At Ransom, he don't miss too many rhymes, man.
Yeah, Ransom is cold.
Ransom, again,
Man.
Ransom and Pain are the two that I hear out there that are probably like the two most again, for me, my definition of technical. Again, you're not rhyming slime with blimp, or no bull, every shit is clicking. And Pain and Rants, again, I'm not listening to every rapper, so I'm sure there's other, but for me, Pain and Ransom, and again, there's guys like what's the young guy, Stove God. See, guess what?
Yeah.
He rhymes, but he has style as well. So he's not super technical he's technical though, because he'll slide into some technical shit and then come up on some he'll slide into some technical shit and then come into some, playful shit, then come back to technical, what I mean? So, but when you're talking about technical, I want to hear technical all the way through, motherfucker.
I got you.
RJ Payne comes.
RJ is dope. He's dope without a doubt. I'm not taking
and again, he goes bar to bar. The first half of the bar is a rhyme. The second half of the bar is the same rhyme. The next bar, the third half of the bar is the same rhyme. So it's like he's not rhyming at the end of the bar. He's rhyming here.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, and it's not missing. It's not missing.
Yeah, I got you.
Yo, man. Anyway, man, that was
You reminded me too. I gotta throw in my Smoke and Mirrors. That Ransom Smoke and Mirrors. That's my joint, man. I ain't heard that joint in a minute.
Yeah.
That joint get me hyped.
Yeah. So yo, man, let's start, man. Says Automotive over here driving me crazy, man. But we just gonna locked and loaded. Where Droop at? We in here. Where you at? Yeah, where you at? We in here. I don't know, man. I'll probably cut that rhyme shit out, man. I don't be talking about nobody. But that's how, dude. Like again, Sadat has a style where it don't always rhyme, but so again, maybe I'm not even like the other one. They like out in Cali, Tyler's people at Earl Sweatshirt, and I heart Currency. I heart they're not rhyming, so I don't understand.
I mean, I would say the majority of the cats out there get over on rhymes, man. The majority.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah. So really, I'm an asshole.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying the majority of them getting over. They ain't looking at it like that.
I know. So I'm the only motherfucker look. This is me. I was at the Jeezy show and they had the Javante fight on. Everybody's looking at Jeezy. I'm looking at the Javante fight. That's I'm a fucking asshole.
So you are an asshole.
Drew just hit me, but we're gonna start because we got an intro anyway. So let's go. 3, 2, 1. What's up, y'all? It's your main man, Jay Sands. Sands on Sports, hip hop and sports entertainment at its finest. That's right, y'all. The big kid is at it again. Season 7, the first hip hop and sports podcast, started in 2008. And what was it? At allhiphop.com, we interviewed Royce the 5'9". And yo, peace, what's up? And we've been knocking them out ever since. Now, this is episode 126, and today in sports history, bro. So much stuff happened today in sports history, but a lot of tennis, a lot of Monica Seles versus Steffi Graf, a lot of Jennifer Capriati, a lot of Venus Williams wins, because of the French Open just passed, you know what I mean? So a lot of that, a lot of golf shit. But the thing that happened today in sports history that I remember, y'all ever see the Big Papi video where he got shot in the Dominican?
No.
Yeah, you remember? Do y'all? Well, this is the day when Big Papi got shot in the Dominican Republic. After he retired, he was messing with some man's wife, and the man, I think he rolled. I think it was on a bike. Yeah, yeah, man. Yeah, there was video footage in the restaurant of Big Papi getting shot, and that was today. Yo, David Ortiz,
Wow.
Big Papi caught one
Oh yeah, I did
today
see
in the
that.
Dominican Republic.
How did I miss this one?
Man, shit, man. Hey,
Yeah, I remember that.
so you see, look, when we sign with the volume or one of these big, we're gonna have a stat guy and all that shit to run the film on the side so everybody can see the shit. You know what I mean? But yeah, Big Papi caught one for messing with some dude's wife
Was he out on the patio
on the patio.
at
It was
the
on the
restaurant?
patio.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
was on the patio, man. So that's what happened. And so yeah, man. And we got the hockey on in the back. I believe we have the hockey on. The shit that froze on me. But yeah, man. And guess what? I'm watching the hockey. The BET Awards are on, but man, I'll watch a boring hockey game. It's the NHL playoffs. It's the Stanley Cup playoffs right now, but I'll watch a boring hockey game before I watch fucking BET Awards. You know, are y'all in the BET Awards? Anybody pro BET Awards? I think
Negative.
I think
I, I think I checked out on BET a few years ago, a few decades ago. It's been a minute, man.
yeah, but I did see while I'm scrolling, hating inside on BT. I did scroll. I see Red and Meth. They was doing. I see Meth. He was doing Bring the Pain. Some again on the small stage. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
I
that's
skipped
dope.
through. I was saying I skipped through. I seen Stevie presenting the award to Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that.
I caught a Lil Wayne on there real quick, and that was about it. I kind of kept it moving.
Yeah. We ain't in all that.
Yeah, ever since Viacom purchased it, I kind of tuned out.
Yeah. But again, big up because I'm in the Kai Cenat and Drewski and all them funny motherfuckers. So
Yeah,
I be seeing a little live and shit like that. So it's all good, man. But anyway, man, we got a special guest because first of all, we got Tahir Jahi, we got veteran of Sands on Sports, been on Sands on Sports in the trenches with us, DJ Pocket down at ATL. Matter of fact, man, how are y'all brothers doing? Please let me know what's going on.
Well, on the left coast, y'all know what's going on out here.
Oh yeah, y'all wilding. Y'all
Ice,
wilding in Cali.
ice, baby. They out here,
Yeah, ice.
they out here picking up folks who are illegal.
Yeah.
What I hear, I did drive through the city, and I seen a lot of the shenanigans. I mean, a
protest.
lot of burnt cars and whatnot, and the optics don't look good. You know what I'm saying? It just don't look good when you look at it. But yeah, that's what's happening out here. I did get my walk in this morning. I'm
Yeah.
hydrated, feel good. So that's what's going on in the West.
I saw a lot of people say that that's just a small part of LA. Like I'd be like, man, I'm walking around. I don't see none of this happening. Is that facts?
Yeah. Of course, Southern California is such a huge place. You know what I mean? LA is huge itself, right? This is downtown, and the other area was in Compton.
Okay.
So when the black people wilding, I think black people kind of said,
Yeah.
backing off of it. But
For once, the attention ain't on us.
I'm sorry.
I said, for once, the attention ain't on us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, listen, it's not. The argument is it's not our fight. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Well, hey, yeah, guys, see, that's the third quarter. So we gonna
Okay, we'll get it.
we're gonna chill and see how DJ Pocket doing down there in ATL, ho.
Man, I'm good, man. Everything's smooth down here. Just staying in the lab, making sure the family good. Building with the brethren, man. We, lost one of our greats today, man. I gotta salute my man Dress the Beatnik.
Dress the Beatnik, yes.
So I gotta take a breath there, man. But
Dress the Beatnik passed away?
Yeah, man. My brother gone, man.
Sorry. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I
I
ain't
didn't cut you off, brother. Damn.
Yeah, no, you good. Sorry you found out this way, man. But yeah, my brother gone, man. So a little heavy on my heart there. It was a surprise to me as well. He passed this morning from, what I've been hearing, and the scene won't be the same without that brother, man.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yeah. So somber moment, and we'll get into it more later, but say who we have today, our special guest from Indianapolis. But are you out in Cali right now?
Yeah, yeah. You know,
Okay,
I'm
yeah.
born in Naptown, raised in LA, residing in 707 right now.
Okay, got you. We got Dr.
Marijuana
Oop in
capital
the
of the
building,
universe.
baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So
Peace.
how are you feeling? Welcome to Sands on Sports.
Hey, my brother, appreciate you, man. Thanks for having me, man. I know we all been long overdue for this one, man.
Yeah. I've been in
Like,
your
when you see my
comments for
boy,
about 3 years. Hey, Oop, man, come on. But and then I found out, oh, he's from Nap for real. Okay, boom.
yeah,
Then I
when my
seen him
boy
face.
started
I
acting
said,
up, you
man,
had
you
to
don't
get me
come
on
from
this
Sands on
thing.
Sports.
Yeah, man. Nah, hey, it's a lot going on in the world, man. You know, the Pacers, nobody had them nowhere. Even after each victory, each round, nobody had them. So I ain't gonna say nothing bad or what I think's gonna happen or none of that shit. I'm just, you know, y'all gonna hear about it if they win. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, hey, Buster, everybody gotta do it, brother. Can I get a 20-second bio about yourself for the people, man? Just let people know who we dealing with.
Word, man. Like I said, born in Nap, but I was raised in LA. Start doing hip hop. Well, I put my first record out probably about 98. I put a record out with People Under the Stairs. That was probably my first one that really was getting mad spins and everything. Play with the car hip hop orchestra a little bit. You know, spend a lot of time in Canada in the summer times, and I live in the lab, man. You know, still even now.
That's dope. That's live in the lab, man. Hey, if that's an album title that I put out, man, I
There
definitely.
we go. There we
But
go. You know, you got to be on it if it is.
hey, well, check it out, man. Can you tell us your favorite sports teams, starting with football?
Of all time, you mean, or currently?
Yeah, all time, right now, today. Yeah, whatever.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna start it by saying I've been following basketball and football since I can remember.
Okay.
So even though I was raised in LA, I was born in in my diapers, and I knew I was reading the scoreboards and you know what I mean, box scores and shit in the newspaper. But
yeah, no doubt. Yeah.
So I grew up Bears.
Ooh.
Walter Payton, Jim McMahon, Refrigerator Perry.
Super Bowl shuffle.
And that's before they didn't have a team yet. You know what I'm saying? We didn't get to the Colts until a little bit, probably after I left or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And when we did get them, they were sorry as hell. So when I moved out to LA, I didn't used to like the Raiders. I didn't like the bad boy image as a kid. And then I was like, fuck it, I live in LA. I got to start cheering for the home team. And then they moved to Oakland. So I said, fuck them again. So now I'm cheering for the Colts and I'm cheering for the Rams. I love the sport of NBA so much. I just cheer for my home team. I don't fair weather every season. You know what I'm saying? So Lakers is 1, Pacers is 2, Clippers is 3. You know, kind of in that order. Favorite all time. My favorite athlete of any sport across all time and space is Julius Winfield Irving, aka Dr. J.
Yeah, he's smooth. Hey, you ever see the fish that say Pittsburgh?
Yes, sir. You know it. I watched that one in the last 5 years too, just to show somebody else, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, Walter Payton and Dr. J. Those are my guys, man. Like,
what about baseball?
Not a big baseball guy, man.
Okay.
And I can tell you that when I went to Little League to try out, and it got canceled that day, and I never went out to a Little League tryout again, and I never started watching baseball on top of that. But you know, I'm LA, man. Dodgers is my squad in baseball.
Yeah. The Indianapolis Indians. That's the Pirates AAA team. So our minor league team is in.
Yeah, I went to some Indians games back when I was there.
Okay, yeah. Dudes from the Pirates came up through there, and then the next stop was the Pirates.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
Didn't they move up a division or something? The Indians.
They're AAA. I want to say they're AAA. They're in the International League. They're AAA.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I thought somebody mentioned that because they don't play at the same place no more that they used to play in Nap.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that I thought I heard somebody say
Clippers, and they play the Columbus Clippers in the International League. I forget all the teams in the International League, but I just know that Dion played in Columbus. I remember when Dion played in Columbus because the Clippers is the AAA team for the Yankees. So
gotcha.
A lot of talent came to the Midwest. Let me ask you this: what sports did you play growing up?
Well, basketball. I played organized basketball every year I could, even after high school.
Okay, gotcha.
For a little bit. I played football, but when motherfuckers kept growing and I didn't, I kind of had to ease back a little bit. By middle school, we couldn't play tackle with no pass no more, and I'm like, yeah. I didn't win the gene lottery, so I can't go this way. But I ran track too. I ran track to stay in shape for basketball, really, because I really was into hoop. I really wanted to try to go to the league, which everybody do at that age.
Yeah.
So I was just trying to get any advantage I could. So I ran track, stay in shape, and get my legs right, keep my wind right, and everything. And that's pretty much it.
Okay, well, check this out, man. You bigging up this hoop stuff, man. I'm seeing all the, seeing like everybody on the podcast talking about their hoop game, man. Whether it's Gilly, whether it's yeah, what I mean, Michael Beasley and Stevenson just played. So can you give us, this is a part of the show we got called Back When I Played. So can you give us a story of back when you played?
Okay, do I have to be on the good side of the story, or can I just be in the story?
You could be the GOAT, or you could be all she wrote. Whatever you want to be.
Okay. I'll tell you too many ones just because I ain't got too much good to say about my high school career. But I got some historical figures involved in it.
Okay.
But no, so I just tell you that one. I went and played at this high school called Chino. My parents, I started kind of getting in trouble and shit, so we moved out to the outside of town, and I played for this school called Jahi High School. And there's a gentleman. Our league wasn't nothing, so it allowed me to play varsity. So I was, as much as I complained about moving out of LA, I was like, oh, I get to play varsity out here, so that's an advantage. But they had a gentleman by the name of Tracy Murray.
Ooh, I remember him.
I don't know if y'all familiar with Tracy Murray. Tracy Murray was 6'8". He was the tallest dude in our league, and he was the best shooter in our league.
Was.
So he now you know why he averaged 42 a game as a senior. Because you know what I mean? Our center was 6'3". You know what I mean? So they whole offense, he would get the rebound. They'd be in a 2-3 zone. He'd get the rebound, kick it out, trot up court, catch the ball at the top of the key, shoot NBA 3, trot back down court and get in the middle of the 2-3. You know what I'm saying? But he had a game against us, man. He was like 20 or 23.
Damn.
Like that was just in one half. Damn. And I think he ended up with like 60.
Damn.
And it's nothing, when you can shoot that, like I said, it says something about the competition. He probably shouldn't even been playing in our league.
Yeah.
But I definitely saw firsthand. He had a little brother too that played there, Cameron Murray.
Oh yeah.
And they had this other. The next year, that was like my junior year. The next year they had this other cat who they ran the exact same offense, the exact same screens for. This white cat named Adam Jacobson. I think he ended up going to
Minnesota.
He went to some school, but he ended up putting up like 30 a game, and he wasn't even that good. But they ran that same offense for him, and he just was lighting us up. But yeah, the Tracy Murray, what was that like? I'm telling my age now. That was like 90 or something like that.
Yeah, Tracy Murray. I remember he was on the video game. He'd be behind 3-point, bang, bang.
Yeah,
bang.
He went to UCLA. Yep. He played for the Wizards. Here's a fun fact. He probably averaged about 13 points through his career, but he had a 50-point game in the league.
Okay, got you. I didn't know that.
I was looking at this, like I said, I'm a nerd about this shit, man. I'll be watching all this. I was looking at all the people that had 50-point games that was like kind of out the blue. And I remember Willie Burton had one. Dana Barros was a scorer, though, but I remember he had a 50-point game, but him and Corey Brewer had a 50-point game, and he had like 20 layups. You remember that game?
Wow.
It was when he was playing for the Wolves.
Corey Brewer from Florida? Okay, got
it. He played. He was with the Wolves at the time.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah, I just thought about that. But yeah, Murray he couldn't do nothing else but shoot. That's why he didn't really flourish in the league. But he was legit. He played, he might have played like 10 years.
Yeah, he was definitely legit.
More than legit. But yeah, firsthand, baby.
Wow. Well, check this out, man. This is the sound you hear. That means we are going out of the first quarter and we are headed into the second quarter. Starting the second quarter, I want to ask you, so I can sound cool to all the young motherfuckers out there. What the Hally? What the Hally? What the Hally? What the Hally? Hey, now check it. What the Hally? Hally? So, yo, man, what's up? Hey. How you feel? Again, it's your time to shine, brother. Check it out. Y'all ain't got to win, and I'm sure you'll feel good about it. I know you want to win, but, man, y'all having a great-ass season, bro. What the Hally?
Man, well, here's the thing. You remember last year they overexceeded, and they came in this year with big expectations, and then the year started, and they kind of was like flat. Mm-hmm. And everybody was saying Halliburton wasn't playing well, and so I think that's how he even got into the overrated conversation because they had bigger expectations because they overachieved in the playoffs last year, So I wasn't even thinking about him, to tell you the truth, and then when they played against Cleveland, I was like, oh, man, we about to get swept. Oh, man. Well, good try. And they went in and took 2. I was like, oh, baby, let's go. So then, the Cavs had 3 people hurt.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, but still, the Cavs is a deep team. That's still an impressive victory. You know what I mean? So next round, I'm like, oh, yeah, we'll see. They got through them. And the same thing, boom, first 2 games. I'm like, okay, I see what it is. Halliburton is the Reggie Miller of point guards, man. Yeah. If he ain't on your team, you think he's a bitch. You don't like him. He's skinny. He's a suburban guy, but he got the motherfucking dog in him. You know what I mean? Like, he going to take the last shot. He going to talk shit to you. He going to be in your shit. You know what I mean? And he going to be a team player, and he going to be a great teammate. You know what I mean? So I feel that kind of energy from him, man. You know what I mean? Like, you can't deny it. You can't argue with results, man.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Let me ask you this: does he have to start getting more aggressive earlier in the game?
You know what? I don't think that is his forte.
Okay, got
it. I think certain players. Okay, this is a side note. When I was thinking about the Hall of Fame and the best 75 and all this shit, we had a lot of talks about, like, is Robert Horry going to be in the Hall of Fame? And he made most of his money in the playoffs. But in the regular season, he was an average dude. Yeah. Or not average, but like slightly above average, right? But in the playoffs, he was one of the top 3 most clutch motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Steve Kerr. You remember when he was playing for the Spurs and he came in that fourth quarter and hit them 3 threes? But the rest of the series, he didn't do shit. He just come in and hit a big shot. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I kind of see Halliburton got a little bit of it. I think he just is really good in the big moments. Okay. I don't think he's like a great scorer. He's not a great shooter. But whatever it is about him, he can focus to make the right play and make it count. I don't know. It's hard to explain for me, but it's kind of some magic that he got. I don't think overall, like before the playoffs, I didn't argue when they said he was the most overrated player in the league.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I didn't agree necessarily, but I didn't say, oh, hell, but now look at what he did.
Yeah.
Mitchell never did this in the league. Tatum never did this in the league. Steph Curry never did this in the league. Giannis Antetokounmpo never did this in the league. Kevin Durant never. You know what I mean? Like, he's really doing some shit in that regard. Clutchness when it counts.
Yeah.
Contributing to a victory, coming from 20 points down, hitting the shot that gets us the victory, doing things that's never been done in the history of the sport. You know what I mean? So it's a weird balance. Like, you can contribute to winning without scoring or getting shit in the stat sheet somehow. And I think that's really what his strength is. But I think we still a player. Like, if I had to on paper, I feel like we need another offensive weapon to really be offensive mind. Like, Mathurin was doing a lot when he first came to the league, but I think they put the clamps on him a little bit.
Yeah.
But I think I seen Siakam when we start feeding him and he do that little fadeaway off the glass. You can tell that's the one he did 200 times a day in the summer. You know what I mean? Let that boy get his shot. Start feeding him early on.
Yeah.
You know what I
He's an
mean?
all-star.
There you go.
Yeah.
And I think everything can fall in place around. But just, you got to put your best foot forward, man. Your best mismatch and your all-star player, man. Put the ball in their hands and pray for the best.
Yeah. Yeah. Shea Gildas at OKC. I remember when Mike used to just hit that fadeaway all the time. We just knew that Mike fadeaway was going in. It was what 10, 15 feet, but you knew it was going in. That's how I feel about Shea and his little step. It's like it's going in. It's so consistent.
That man is a cold piece of work, man.
Yeah,
I tell you.
Yeah.
It's just skill too. It's like footwork, move, counter move. It ain't jumping over you.
No.
It ain't quickness. It's just like skill. It's amazing to watch him do it. And I remember when he was at Kentucky, and Coach Cal had to tell his ass to shoot more. And then that's how he upped his draft stock, because Kentucky wasn't really winning that year. And Coach Cal was like, man, you got to be more aggressive. He started being aggressive. But even when he went to the Clippers, ain't nobody see this coming.
Yeah.
This man went and got this, man. He didn't have it. He went and got it. You know what I mean?
He got it. And not what did they announce the MVP yet? He won the MVP, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
he won official.
Yeah, he won the MVP.
Yep.
So.
No, I got nothing but respect for that dude, man. Like, people think that if you want to talk about offensive dominance, it's really about field goal percentage. You can say he averaged 30 a game, but he shot 37%. That ain't shit.
That ain't shit.
You know what I mean? But this guy's putting up 30, shooting 53%.
He's a efficient.
Come on, man.
Point guard. Great point guard. Well, hey, I want to switch it a little bit because there were some other sports over the weekend. I actually did wake up and watch the French Open so I could see Coco win. So I did see that live. You know what I mean? So did y'all get to see that?
I seen her. I didn't watch it, but I did hear her speech afterward, which I thought was very fitting. She quoted Tyler, the Creator, basically talking about how when she heard the crowd rooting for her opponent, she started to hear her own voice, and it was an actual verse from Tyler that actually inspired that. So I thought that was dope.
Yeah, man. It's dope. Again, the kid at my age, I don't know. I'll just say me. I won't put you on my boat, but at my age, just seeing the kids, because these are kids, just seeing the kids do amazing things, it's just dope, man. I really, that made my day. Seeing it was Saturday, so that made my day seeing her win. I don't have a problem with Coco. I'm sure somebody has a problem with Coco eventually, but I have no problem with Coco. I'm very happy for her, and hey, hopefully she keeps on winning. That's all you can just hope for. She keeps on winning, but she's done enough. She's done in my eyes. She's done enough, but I'm sure in her eyes, she has a lot more to accomplish. But it's just dope to see, man. Again, see black people doing stuff, man. I was trying to hold that part out, not say it so abrupt, but it's good to see black people doing stuff, man, on a world scale. You know what I mean?
Yes,
not just America. The French Open, they're watching that shit everywhere, and see a black woman step up and take that trophy, and then she's so humble with it. You know what I mean? And she's so she's not acting like a star, man. She got the ball boys and ball girls with her, you know what I mean, and all that. So it's just dope, man. Very dope, very dope.
Man.
Also, go ahead. I'm sorry.
You see the lady she was going. I didn't watch the match, but I saw the lady she went against making excuses and shit.
Oh yeah, well that's what
she was like, oh, we had wind and we had all, and then Chris Everett Lloyd came out and been like, bitch, if you a pro tennis player, you know how to deal with wind. Shut the fuck up, put her in her place.
Well, I think the comment she made was that I was just making so many mistakes or something like that. That's why I lost. Well, bitch, the reason you're making mistakes is because you playing Coco and she whooping your ass, and that's causing you to make mistakes, motherfucker. Sorry.
And when's the last time she beat her? Let's talk about that.
I don't know.
He's never beat her.
The thing about it is she has won some. She has a belt of some wins too. But again, it ain't about what you did yesterday. It's about what you did today. No. And in the French Open, you lost. So go ahead and just keep your mouth shut. Be humble and try to win again. You know what I mean? All that little.
There you go.
Yeah, everybody just trolling and slick talking, man. We talk about it all the time here. Everybody trolling, man. Get the fuck out of here, man. All right, the men's final, the same thing. Check it out. One thing I learned about watching the Pacers is that you have to take a nap because when they get down 20 and you start like, man, then you wake up at 2 a.m. What? Oh, so that happened a few times in this playoffs, and same thing happened with the men's final in the French Open. I seen the score. I know the fans know something about tennis, first of all. But anyway, I saw the score, and the one dude was kind of down, and I said, man, I fell asleep, woke up. Oh, it was the greatest tennis match ever. He came back. Blah, 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 blah. So yeah, man. If you're going to watch a sporting event, get a nap if you're over 50 before you watch the event because you might not make it all the way through that joint.
Man. And then you know what? That's one thing about being out here on the West Coast. I didn't even really realize it until when I would go back to visit. I'm like, damn, y'all Monday Night Football don't come on till 9 o'clock? Ours come on at 6. You mean y'all ain't gonna miss the fourth quarter because you got to work in the morning. You know
watching games at 12:30, 1 o'clock is insane, but it happens, man.
Yeah, yeah. No, and I forgot that because I was so little when I left. I didn't really, remember how late the shit. You know what I mean? And boy, I go to Atlanta. My family, I got my siblings and my mama live in Atlanta. So I go down there. The game's coming on at 11 and 10. I'm like, 10:30 at night. The game start. Like, man, so I know what you're going through, my brother.
Again, women say they're in their soft era. I'm in my nap era.
Good nap.
I take a nap, and I'm just great. You know what I mean? But yo, we are out of the second quarter. We're going to halftime. Halftime, real quick. My Buccos swept the Phillies this weekend. I gotta pick my battles and just because the Pirates sucked. But anyway, we swept the Phillies. Out of halftime, going into the third quarter. Something we were talking about on the West Coast. And I want to ask my man DJ Pocket because Pocket been quiet, and we about to see what he think about this. Because again, it's going down in this country. It's going down in Cali, and the big question, Pocket, that they're asking are: do Black people need to be out there protesting with everybody who's feeling the effects of everything going on in this country?
I don't think so. Me personally, I'm not going out there. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I mean, I'm just saying, it's the first time I've seen everybody else a target except us. They still got their ways that they taking their shots at us. You know what I'm saying? But like, Jews in the limelight right now being targeted all around. Supposedly, they're not really being targeted. It's truth being told, and they, looking at it another way. But what I'm saying is, a lot of other people, they being held to the fire, man, and hey, I'm enjoying watching it, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? Wow. At some point or another, the United States is going to have to pay for what they've done in the past, and all things are just coming around full circle, man. Everybody else done had their civil unrest in their nations and stuff like that, and it's time that we start standing up too. You know what I'm saying? And it's just affecting some other group of peoples at this time, and I think some of it is unfortunate. I think some of it should be happening. So. I'm just kind of, I'm sitting back and I'm stacking my crypto and getting my bread right while everybody not focusing on us right now. You know what I'm saying?
I can dig that.
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Pocket, you from LA?
I'm from Baltimore.
You from Baltimore? You live in LA?
No.
Oh, you live out there? Okay. No, I thought he said you was out there. No,
Pocket at ATL.
Yeah, I'm in ATL.
Oh, yeah. I see your shirt, man. That's my brother, John. You know John Robinson, obviously, there.
Oh yeah, that's my brother, man.
That's my brother too, man. I seen that shirt now. My automatic.
Oh yeah.
But man, as an Angelino, I don't know if you was about to ask him or me, but my perspective is completely different on that.
Okay.
Like growing up in LA, if you grow up in LA, even if you don't try, you turn at least 10% Mexican. You got neighbors, they feed you carne asada, you go party with, you know what I mean? Like you go to school, you learn Spanish cuss words when you first meet them, you know what I mean? Like it's a part of you. So me personally, I would 1,000% be down there if I was out in the street. I mean, if I was down there, and it's a lot of my peoples that's out there, they might not be throwing bricks at the ice trucks, but you know, they gonna stand out there with a sign and be like, fuck ice with them. You know what I mean?
I respect that. And I respect that. I just haven't seen a lot of people stand in solidarity with us when it was our time and things were going on.
No, absolutely.
It might be different out there in LA, just from what I've experienced, you know, and I don't have nothing against no other nationality or anything like that. I'm just saying, you know, I'm just sitting back while things is going down and trying to get things right for myself and my people. You know what I'm saying?
And I wasn't saying that to criticize you in any way.
No, I get it. Absolutely.
I'm just an LA black. That's all I was trying to give it just a different angle. Because I know I'll be the same way. If I ain't out there, I ain't seen it going down. But we got a connection with the Latinos more out in LA as far as our relationship with them. And
I respect that.
They would do the same shit of us if we wasn't already here. If we came over if Africa was next door and we start popping over, you best believe it'd be the same. You know what I mean? Like,
got you.
So that's kind of our perspective about it down there, man. And
I never grew up with like Latinos or Mexicans, and I never grew up with it, so I really don't know a lot about, you know, their culture and heritage. Like I probably should know a little bit more about it, but I don't.
will.i.am, I remember will.i.am was on a podcast and he was talking about how he
grew up in East LA.
And he grew up in the Mexican neighborhood.
Yeah, man, it's part of
He's Cholo.
Yeah. See, you know when I really realized this shit? When I went back to Indiana and I started talking about carne asada. And they was like, huh?
Yeah, I don't know the fuck that is.
And I started, pinche puto. What are you talking about, pinche puto? Like I say that shit in LA, it's just regular language. So I must be a little bit Mexican, you know what I mean? Like, I know carne asada, I know sauce, guacamole, I know how to make sauce, I know how to make, you know what I mean? You don't realize that just being there, you just get a little bit, just growing up there. You learn the language, you know the people. Eventually, you might have a best friend or a girlfriend. You know what I mean? Like you integrate. So even if you don't try, you know,
part of that culture becomes part of yours because you're around it.
Exactly.
And it used
being there.
It used to be Mexico.
Yeah.
Because I know you got a point. Tell me your point. Well, you're protesting.
So just for the sake of your last comment, like I've done my due diligence here. You know, the Spanish Empire was like from 1769 to 1821, right? They owned California, right? And then in 1821, Mexico, they got their independence from Spain. So they end up getting the assets that were here in the Americas, right? So they ended up with California, but they only had California for about 23, 24 years, and they weren't considered Mexican at that time. So just some nuance to that conversation, you know what I'm saying?
You mean like you talking about the Spaniards?
Yes.
But not the indigenous, not the Chicanos. You're talking about the Spaniards.
Right. So the Spaniards, they speak Spanish. So, you know what I mean? They were
but they're from Europe. They're not the indigenous mixed with, right.
Absolutely. But they were conquered. Those people were conquered. You know what I'm saying? So hence why they spoke the language. So just for what Jay was just mentioning, the fact that they owned it for a very short period of time. I don't have I would say no. Not because I'm not into integration. Like, yeah, by all means, this is a country where there's a whole host of people who've come here, right? I'm just we're in a place right now when it comes to resources, and you know, people talking about healthcare, all these things, right? And then you start talking about inflation and you know, just the politics of it. And then you have groups of people, not just Hispanic people, You got people from Europe. You got people from the diaspora that are here illegally. So when they start talking about illegals, the first group of people that they think about are Hispanic people, which is not true. There's mad people who are just flying into the Americas or into America, and they're illegal. So I do believe that we need to get that in order, right? And set up a system where it's easy for people to come here legally. So to answer your question, Jay, I think based off of, see, I'm a little, there was a lady, her name is Nori Martinez. She was a Congress lady here. And so you have this group of people who are considered Hispanic who want to acquiesce to whiteness. And this particular woman was basically, she had a lot of vitriol for Black American people here, in California. So I'm just looking at just the nuances of this particular situation. And so to answer your question, I'm kind of all over the place, but the fact that I don't believe that this is our fight to be out there. You can stand in solidarity on the sidelines, because I think if we went out there, we would be made the focus. we would be the shields. My firm belief that we get out there and motherfuckers is throwing rocks, the narratives would change. Even if you hear MSNBC, it's a very positive perspective. Oh, these people are here, they want to work hard, blah, blah, blah. I think if we were out there, it would be a different narrative. So I'll leave it at that.
Yeah. Because again, I hear what they're saying. Hey, it's not our fight. It's not our fight. And I get that. I get, hey man, we get our ass kicked all the time, and it's not true what they say. And nobody marches for us. It's not true. People march for us. You know what I mean? When shit happens, not just us stepping up. Matter of fact, if it was only us stepping up, then shit would have never happened. You know what I'm saying? So there's definitely other people that are stepping up. But I don't know. Me personally, I'm not. But we're not far from where they're at. You look at, they just passed a bunch of travel bans on African countries. On countries with people with brown skin and whatnot, and so it's like I know it's far fetched, but it's not so far enough where, hey man, your people are from I did ancestry.com. Some people from Benin or whatever. Hey, your people are from Benin, motherfucker. You break the law, you going back there. You know what I mean? Eventually,
no, fam, no. We had a whole ethnogenesis here. You know what I'm saying? We were here before the country was a country.
Yeah. True.
This is where your lineage is here. They can't. Where you gonna go?
I'm just saying that once the target starts getting a little darker, I got a little curly hair up here, you know what I'm saying? And the target start getting a little darker, it could be us. So that's all I'm saying is eventually they're going to go after this group of poor people. Then after that, they're going to go after that group of poor people. Well, all the groups of poor people are beefing, but you don't understand, you're next on the menu. You know what I'm saying? So
we're always on the menu.
We've been on the menu.
We're always on the menu.
Yeah. Exactly.
We're always on the menu.
So for that right there, you should always feel it. Now, being involved is something different, but always have a sense of empathy for somebody who is going through what you're going through. That's what
absolutely. Absolutely. I empathize with him, definitely, but like I still say, I don't feel like I need to be out
don't mean
there.
I'm going down to DC this Saturday in front of the White House and get. I'm not doing that.
I definitely don't think they should be rounding up people like they've been doing and get. You know what I'm saying? I'm not with all of that. I think there should be a process in place, and I think it's a little out of control on that level.
But
you know, it's definitely out of control on that level.
Yeah.
But you know,
the optics don't look good, right? The optics don't look good. You got, you know, people who have a foreign flag flying it, right? And you're seeing pictures of destruction, right? My whole thing is, if you want to be here, right, and if you are illegal, I'm not talking about people who are illegal. There's a lot of Hispanic people here who are against people who are illegal too. You know what I'm saying? Like they're like, yo, these are some of my people, but hey, if you ain't here legally, then you got to go. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of them, like my neighbors, they're like, yo, they making all of us look bad. So there's again, there's nuances here. You know what I'm saying?
It is. No, I'm sorry. You done, brother? I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, good, brother.
I could say three things. One, the illegal is what is the contention in here. You can't call, they didn't cross the border crossed them. They still protesting that. You see what I'm saying? So it's not like I'm here illegally, I should be allowed to be here. It's like, no, we still mad that y'all crossed the border. Y'all took our shit. You know what I mean? It's a remnants of that fight. You know what I mean? One thing. Two, as far as the optics, I just read an article today from not read an article, saw an interview with Governor Newsom, and he was pissed off, and he was like, he was breaking down shit that sound like what we be talking about. He was like, there's a plan in place, and they've told me to stoke these flames to get more military action involved because they all got contracts and shit. And Trump is giving them all bread. So he's doing this shit he's fucking with them. He don't really care about getting them out. He just wanted to look like it's bad so he can send more people in and they can get paid and value, and because they helped get him elected, right? So I mean, and that's Governor Newsom saying that. That's not a conspiracy theory site. So that's one thing. I just looked it up today, and I'm glad that somebody's fucking putting their chest out, because he was like, Don, get your ass out of here. You can arrest me. Don't take it out of my mother's children over here in LA. Like, if you're not doing this shit right, it's not legal. So he acknowledged that there. And one other thing, as far as looking up, there's a company called GEO, and they are in charge of ICE contracts and shit like that. And they contributed several $100 million to Trump's campaign. So part of that is
they're paying him back.
You know, this is all a show. This is all a plan and a plot. It ain't really, I don't know how he would even feel about immigrants, but this is what he doing as loyalty to the people that gave him his paper and the races that empower him and shit like that. So that's, I mean, and these is not conspiracy. This is reliable sources that I heard these from. So that's, you know, there's nuance to the shit. You're right, man. And like, there's Mexicans that came over here and became Republicans and changed their last name from, you know, Elvira. No, I'm Elvira. You know what I mean? I'm not Rodriguez. I'm, you know, it's been there. But, you know, us, we can't do that because we still got the black skin.
Still got the black skin.
You know what I mean? The Asians can't do it. They still got the slanty eyes. You know, and when I say I'm in solidarity, it's even areas in LA where you can't go. Like, there's Mexicans that hate black people. Like, Highland Park used to be notorious for fucking black people up if you go out there on GP. Like, not even just gangsters. Like, our family, they're like, nah, y'all got to get the fuck. The Cholos be like, y'all not to get the fuck. You know what I mean? And if you go down to the 100s, it's Mexican gangs out there. There's all Mexican neighborhoods. They listen to the South Side rap, Chicano rap. They even say nigga. Yeah, but they don't want no niggas over there. You know what I mean? So I'm not siding with them. Yeah. You know, I'm siding with, you know how it is, man. Chuck D raised me, man. You know what I mean? Yeah. I can't. It's my people's. I feel like I got to do something. You know what I mean? So my personality is different than, you know, I was as an MC who like I said, who was raised with a sense of responsibility. I always feel like I should be, you know, speaking up for the situations like that, especially as an LA native. You know what I mean? And when you get to the beauty of the center of the fucking fruit, outside of all of the racist neighborhoods, the assimilated Republican Mexicans, and that's the sweet spot of LA, man. Everybody together, everybody know everybody's struggle. The white people even Like white people in LA, I really grew to appreciate after I moved back up to Humboldt, because the white people up here is like Midwest white people. Like country music ass, like white people in LA ain't like that. White people live in LA because they want to be around all different cultures and shit. But up here, man, it's Trump rallies and shit. It's real, authentic Midwest white folk up here. And we still in California. And I had no idea about that when I came up here, you know, but it made me appreciate that element of it, man. Like people in LA, they love fucking LA. Some people come and bitch about it. I tell them get their punk ass out because ain't no parking no way. Get your punk ass up out of here, you know what I mean? But people that's really there for years and own it, you know what I mean? They grew up there at the Sandbox and played in Queen Anne Park with the, you know what I mean? Mexican neighbors eating carne asada from the next. It's a sweet spot. You know what I mean? It's a sweet spot there, man. And that's where I come from. You know what I mean? And they trying to play us, man. They trying to play us, man. Really, what it is, they just trying to find an excuse to bring out the heavy artillery.
Yeah.
And like you said, what you said about empathy, there's an old saying that comes to mind. If they come for you in the morning, they're gonna come for me at night.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to be long-winded, but y'all.
Oh no, you good.
That was great.
Yeah. I think there's another part to it too that we don't have to that we can't forget is that the white man, the European man in America, they starting to realize too that they becoming the minority quicker than they expected too. So I think they got to find ways to get rid of larger groups of people. You know what I'm saying? And they've been trying to get rid of us for. They've been trying to get rid of us for a long time. You know what I'm saying? They ain't been able to get rid of us yet. And these abortion policies they trying to, you know, bring into place and everything. That's not enough to keep them from being outnumbered faster than they can even. They don't realize how fast they're going to be outnumbered. You know what I'm saying? And then if everybody else can come together without them, if the Latinos and the Mexicans and the Black African Americans and whoever else is here come together and really understand that it's us against them at the end of the day, and it shouldn't even be like that. Everybody can live harmoniously. I really believe we can, but we can't because of the mentality of other group of people. But you know what I'm saying? We're not here to try to. We don't want to do to them what they did to us.
No,
we just want to be able to have our equal share and everything. But they always seem to want to have the power, uphold the power, and you know all of the other things, man. And I think that they're scrambling in these last days for themselves to have control, and I think they're losing it slowly but surely. You know what I'm saying? Their grandkids like Snoop Dogg now. Their granddaughters want us now and not them. So it's a lot of that's really going on too as well. Ooh. That's kind of smoke and mirrors to everything else that's happening. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of little small things that's going on at once, but it's a bigger picture. And they trying to save their ass, man. Because once Trump and them and that generation is gone, I say about 2 generations, there's still gonna be some racist people here, but not enough to kind of do and make the type of moves that they're trying to make now. These moves they're making now are in desperation. And we do got to make sure. I understand what you're saying too. We do got to make sure that they're not successful in that in these next 4 years because it could change the trajectory greatly.
Can I sneak in a Jay Sands fun fact? The highest percentage of women who get an abortion are white,
absolutely,
college-educated women.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's the group who's getting not all of them, but yeah, that's the group who's getting it in.
The most. Yeah, and you know that's again when you control the narrative, right, on how people see other groups of people, right? Like even like you mentioned that stat, you think about like welfare, right? There's more white women on welfare than anybody else, but you see images of Black women, right? So again, if you're a person who's conquering the narrative, you can spin it however you like, regardless of what's really happening you know, with your feet on the ground. You know what I'm saying? You step out here in these streets. So
yeah.
Well, hey, y'all heard about
go.
Huh?
No, go ahead, bro.
Y'all heard about this is back to what my man was saying, pockets, man. That back to my daddy Chuck D said, "Fear of a Black Planet," man. I just saw Snoop Dogg. You know, Snoop did the crypto ball, right? And then he didn't, for a while, he didn't say nothing. He just, well, man, see, everybody trying to bring us down, man. We like, nah. But then he released a detailed interview, and he said, The crypto czar is my boy. I've been knowing him for a while. And then when they cut away from him, he's one of Elon's boys. They started PayPal together. He's a South African, right? While he was in school over there, he was writing papers in his class about the myth of multiculturalism and how women never deserve this male incel kind of shit. You know what I mean? And that's Elon's A Spoon Coon. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's like you said, it used to be a theory and it used to be a conspiracy, but this shit is playing out in real time. The not the financial greed, not it's the fear of a black planet shit, man. Like this is all documentable right now. You know what I mean? There's scholars who are millionaires, who are important people in society, who believe that DEI is anti-white and is going to extinguish the white race. Yeah. Not dumb people, not the MAGA nation out there with they took her job. Not them niggas. I'm talking about like professors. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like scholars that really came to this conclusion scientifically. They really believe that, and that they're out to make that happen through their powers. You know what I mean? So yeah, you're right, man. It's a strange time, and it's not a secret no more. You know?
Yeah, they got to get those struggle birth rates up. Hey, white folks.
I need to start having get some fertility pills, right?
Get your popcorn. Get your popcorn. It's going down. But hey, we're gonna get out of the third quarter. We're going into the fourth quarter.
Third quarter got deep.
I want to take a moment, man. In this part of this joint, man. Again, you didn't even know until you came on the show, man, that today, man, our brother Drez the Beatnik passed away, man. And for me, the first time I went to Atlanta, it was because Drez brought Lone Cattles to Atlanta, us and Unspoken Herd and whatnot. So I've known Drez since the 90s. And I'm always, Drez, man, you got a show. I know I got on Drez nerves if I asked for a show in Atlanta. What? You know what I mean?
Right.
And yeah, man. But regardless, you know, you see him on social media, and yeah, Drez number in my phone, man. You call Drez if you want to, but it's not like you spoke every day with people. You know what I mean? I don't speak to Oop every day. I don't speak to Pocket. Definitely don't speak to Tahir Jahi every day. You know what I mean? But I see you guys active on social media. So the same with Drez. I just see him active on social media, and I knew he was going through things. And again, I had a cousin who was on dialysis, so I know exactly what that was about. That's a fucking fight. Like that's a fight to be here, and he fought. He fought when he didn't have a ride. He fought when he fought. I see him post sometimes. Hey man, if you can help me get to dialysis, you know what I mean. Help me get a ride to dialysis. You know what I mean. You see him post that, man. So
yeah,
it's just sobering for me. It's just sobering. It's just very sobering, and I just you know, I don't know. I find out more as time goes on, but yeah, man. Yeah, man. Just sucks.
Yeah.
It does. Man, you know, it's crazy that the feeling I get is like all our icons and heroes, we getting to see them go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? All the people that made us who we are, from Trugoy to Bismarcky to all these folks, man, and it's our generation. So, and it's a sign of you know, we made it this far on the bright side.
Absolutely.
But on the B side, it's like, you know, we getting out and about, man. You know what I mean? Yeah. You ain't even from Atlanta. I'm not from Atlanta, but we know the man. You know, we getting out there, and the more people you know, you're gonna have more people that you have to deal with shit like this with. Is what I've been kind of just came to the conclusion, because it was getting me down for a little while, man. Yeah. To be honest, man. Like, it was a while. So many people every year, every week, and I'm just like, they don't prepare you for this when you're little, man.
Yeah.
They don't tell you when you grow up, all your heroes, all your favorite aunties, uncles, your idols, your heroes, you're going to see them all die. And that's if you're lucky. That's if you're lucky enough to live that long. Yeah. But they don't prepare you, man. And I had a tough time dealing with it personally, my brother.
Yeah, I understand. Whew. We still got work to do though. That's why we still here, man. And
exactly.
we just got to keep pushing for for those that had to leave us, man. And yeah, Drez was a real one, man. He was actually the first person that I met when I came down here to Atlanta. This brother named Ed, or Nickelbag Shag is what I call him. He was part of Four Kings Entertainment. He introduced me to Drez. The first time I came to Atlanta, I was like, yo, I want to go out to a concert, to a show, check out the scene. And Drez was the first person he introduced me to. And I didn't realize Drez's history at that time, and how prolific he was, and that all the things he'd done with the beatboxing and everything in the Atlanta music scene. So definitely want to give Drez his flowers, man. The first time I met him, he started introducing me to a lot of cats in Atlanta, asked me what I had going on. I told him I was working on an album, and he was like, yo, I want to be a part of it. And he actually ended up doing the intro for the first album that I released publicly as a producer. So our first album, I produced all the tracks, and I had a group of artists on there, a lot of them from Atlanta. And Drez did the intro for me. I have it on my Instagram page right now that I posted when I did a little tribute to him. So that's how I had my intro to Drez. And then later on, I had a kind of a stronger connection with him, especially once I realized that when he started telling me that he needed a kidney. Just so happened that in 2011, I donated a kidney to my father. So that's been that'd be 14 years now. In June 22nd, I believe it was 2011, I donated a kidney to my father. So when Drez told me what his situation was, I told him, well, look, I'll advocate for you. Anybody that wants to donate a kidney to you, send them to me, give them my number and let me call them. I was making phone calls and actually talking to people, letting them know what I went through and what the process was. And I was trying to find, some people actually did take because there's a process you have to go through to donate. And I actually helped a couple people get to that process. But unfortunately, I think some of them wasn't qualified to donate. A lot of us don't be qualified to donate. You got to really be on top of your game. You know what I'm saying?
You got to be healthy.
You got to be on top of your game. Like for my situation, when I donated to my father, I was a drinker at that time, heavy drinker and smoker, to be honest with you. And I had to stop. And I mean, I was drinking tons of water every day, started exercising, eating well. I did it for months and months and cleaned my system out. And I gave him a perfectly healthy kidney. You know what I'm saying? And my pop's still going. It's 14 years later. Still, they say usually a transplanted kidney usually only goes for about 8 to 10 years, man. And my pop's still going on this one. So,
oh man, give thanks, brother. Woo.
I felt the responsibility to try to help Drez out, and I've done it for a couple of other brothers here in Atlanta too. And he didn't. I wasn't there all the time. I don't know why he didn't get a kidney or what. I don't know what that whole situation is, because you can get on the list. You do have to be a certain weight and that sort of thing, and have to have meet certain criteria in order to get a kidney. So I'm not sure why he never got one. I don't know the total details. He didn't get that deep, but I did advocate for that brother for a long time, and it sucks, man, to watch him. We've seen him go from as strong of a brother he was. He stayed strong mentally and everything, but you could see him just steadily declining bit by bit, man, and it sucked to watch it, man. But again, when it's your time, I do believe when it's your time, it's your time. It's nothing you can do about that, man. I believe that.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Rest in peace to Drez, man. We love you, bro. And
rest in peace,
man.
Rest in peace, man. I think the physical pain, but also the mental strain as well. Mentally, I think I saw something where he said he cried every day and felt pain every day, something like that. And, yeah, man.
Is it wrong to say sometimes people better off on the other side, man?
No, not at all, man. Not at all, man. But like you said, when it's your time, and also I say on here all the time. My uncle told me, the older you get, the more funerals you go to. So
talk a little louder, Sans. I can't hardly hear you, my brother.
I said the older you get, the more funerals you go to.
Yeah.
Until yours, motherfucker.
Man.
So yeah, man. Dreads. The great thing that can like put a smile on my face is that, you know, when a brother made a mark that they gonna just remember you. You know what I'm saying? That's dope. Like they're gonna remember Dreads. They're gonna remember who's not gonna remember Dreads. So that's the dope thing is that you can say. You live the life that's going to live beyond you. That's like so many people live their life and that's it. Nobody remembers them. Nothing. My brother, they're gonna remember him and think of him for a while. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's the thing I can smile about with Dreads. That they're gonna remember Dreads. The ATL scene, the underground hip hop scene. I'm seeing everybody posting him. Quest, Killer Mike, posting them. So you just see the reach, man.
Yeah.
It just be interesting. And a Philly dude, you know what I'm saying? So
yep.
Somebody need to do a movie of the Philly dudes moving to ATL and doing shit because there's been a lot of Philly drama. A few dudes, man, moved from Philly to ATL and made a mark, man. So yeah, that's
wow.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I didn't know that about it.
Yeah.
I know that, to be honest, I think my big brother I killed from J5.
Yeah.
I think he might have been the one that I was going down there to see the family. I'm like, yo, what's the show situation like down there?
Yeah, he's here too. Yeah.
Yep. And I think I'm pretty sure it was him. I went down there and I met him at his little spot. They was doing a spot at just like
Patchy Cafe.
It looked like a diner kind of.
Yeah, I think
on the front side of it.
I don't remember what it looked like, but I remember they used to do something like the Patchy Cafe. I think that's
probably
That's not jumping no more. 529 is one of the spots that's been jumping lately.
Yeah, I think that was the one though. Now she mentioned it. It ain't no longer there. You said
Apache's not really. People not utilizing that spot anymore. Not for
I think that's the one because I think I might have asked about it and I might remember hearing that. But he was gracious, man. He let me. He told me I can get down, but I think he was a little bit nervous because he didn't know who I was. But he was, it was all love, man. And I knew his reputation after that. Everybody, because like I said, I got some guys down there, the working class music boys. My brother JR, they all speak about him. He's an icon of the situation down there.
Absolutely, definitely. Holler when you're down this way next time, bro, so we can connect, man, and break bread.
Yeah, man, definitely want to.
We know a lot of the same people. We know a lot of the same people.
Yes, sir. So you what part are you in ATL proper or where you at?
Yeah, I'm out in a town called Douglasville, right outside of ATL.
Okay, my family, they just moved out of Alpharetta. You know what I said?
Yeah.
They just moved. I don't know. They separated. Now they had a big house, but together. But now they just kind of parted ways down there. But definitely, man. Yeah. Absolutely, man. I want to say too, I got mad respect for you for what you did for your pops, man.
Yeah, I appreciate this.
That need a song, that need a movie or something, man. That's
powerful. Appreciate that, man. Yeah, and just to say, man, it didn't take that much out of me. You know what I'm saying? Like it did slow me down a little bit after the fact, but a lot of it had to do with the fact that the lifestyle that I was living before the drinking, the smoking, that sort of thing. If I'd never started doing those things again, then I would have been fine, totally fine. You know what I'm saying? Those elements slowed me down a little bit, and I fought that for a while. I'm good on it now. You know what I'm saying? I got all that shit under control. Yeah, anybody that donates a kidney, the actual process of going through it, it's not very invasive or anything. Nowadays they do what they call laparoscopic surgery. So they actually put an incision in my belly button, maybe no longer than a pinky finger, if that long, and then they insert like some kind of tube or probe in there that it actually cuts the kidney and clamps it at the same time, and then it sucks it out all from your belly button area.
Wow.
So all I had was a small incision in my belly button. And don't get me wrong, I was in some pain for a while. I had to have some heavy meds and shit. You know what I'm saying? But unlike my father, they had to slice them, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Peel back and fix the kidney and patch it up in there. For me, it was just a small incision. Don't get me, it took some recovery. Now, I'm not trying to downplay it or nothing, but it's not that serious. You know what I'm saying? You know, so it's for the person that's donating, as long as you can, if you have any addictions and that sort of thing, you need to be rid of that before you donate and make sure you're able to maintain that course afterwards.
Yeah.
Or because you only have one kidney now. So I'll give you a quick example. I started feeling real good after I donated the kidney, but I only had one kidney. And I kind of got back to my shenanigans, drinking and shit. And I was coming back from being out downtown and shit at the club. And I had a few more drinks than I should have had. Because after donating, you're not supposed to have more than 2 drinks in one sitting. Two 12-ounce drinks or 1 drink of liquor. That's it for the day. I went in a little bit. And by the time I got like 10, 15 minutes from my house, I was like lit. You know, I shouldn't have been driving. And I got pulled over by the cops. And when they pulled me over, you know, it wasn't no like walk the line. I'm like, yo, just take me in. I'm lit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I actually ended up doing the breathalyzer just so that, because they said it was gonna save me some bread and shit like that in the long run. I did it, and they said my alcohol content was so high that I should have been in the hospital. That I shouldn't have been able to function like I was. And I'm not a big dude either. So it was a wake-up call for me as well, knowing that you got one kidney. So now it doesn't filter through the blood and stuff like that.
That's what I was about to ask. So it was because you couldn't filter it properly without an extra kidney.
Correct. So I'm telling this story to tell people that if they do decide to do it, you do have to change your life, excuse me, your lifestyle a little bit if you had that type of lifestyle like I had, you know. So but once I got that under control, man, I felt fine. Everything was good, man. And, you know, I've been pushing ever since. I can do everything I always did. My wife said she could tell I slowed down just a little bit after it happened, but nothing dramatic, you know.
That's right. How long ago was that?
2011, June 22nd, 2011 is when we donated the kidney.
Okay.
So it'll be 14 years and 12 days.
That's amazing, brother. That's amazing.
Your father gave you life, and you gave him life right on back. You know,
that's amazing.
Like Sands was saying earlier, I seen him going through that dialysis, man. That's rough on people, man. Mm-hmm. And my pops, he was actually able to do dialysis at home. There was a machine that he would turn on while he was asleep. He had some stuff like that stayed in him. He would plug the tubes up and shit and do it. But he told me how rough it was. Yeah. And you know, actually, my man Count Base D. Shout out to Count Base D, man.
Dwight Spitz. What's up, Dwight Spitz?
So my man Count was like, "Yo, so what's up? You gonna donate to your pops and shit, right?" He's like, and I was like, "Man, I never, you know, I was like, I didn't even really think about it like that, because you know, he had a brother that was trying to donate to him and some other folks. They kept getting turned down. He was like, look, and he broke down the process to me. He had done some research and everything, and one thing he said to me, man, I'll never forget. He's like, look, if you can't do it, I'll do it. He told me that. That should change. I said, I can never let you do that, man. He said, if you can't do it for whatever reason, I'll do it. And I looked at him in his eyes, and he was dead serious. He was like, look, it's not that. And, you know, he said, I'll do that for you and for him. So I had to make sure that I was able to, when he came at me like that, I immediately changed my lifestyle. Make sure nobody else had to do what I needed to do for my father at that time. And that really totally changed my life. I'll never forget that conversation we had, man. And
wow, man.
Yeah, man. There's some real people out here, man. There's some brothers out here that really got your back, man. And man, I just been blessed, man. I've been blessed to really be surrounded by some good brothers, man, and some very knowledgeable brothers that could kind of lead me in the right direction and give me the information that I needed in that type of situation, man. And yeah, man. Shout out to Count, man. That's my brother, man.
Count Base.
Yeah. Shout out to the Count, man.
Well, hey, man. Anybody got anything else to say?
Yeah, man. Let's start celebrating each other while we're here, man. Let's celebrate each other. Let's figure out how to do that to where it's cool. Let's make that a cool thing coming up,
It's
man.
always
Figure
been
out,
cool to me. It's
you
all
know what I'm saying?
that's always been cool to me.
Absolutely.
When you hear a rapper say a rhyme and he throwing his man's name in his rhyme, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like matter of fact, a little shameless plug. I got some new wax coming. Hopefully this week, please, guys.
Okay.
Same damn low sweater. Got Sensei, Sadadex, Thurston, Liggy Long, and Lower Velocity on the joint. And
Luke.
I said some shit. He threw Alamo's name in the rhyme. I said,
you know? Let's celebrate each other, man.
I love when the brothers throw the brothers' names in the rhyme, man. That's dope shit.
Absolutely.
Hey, forget my ignorance, Sans.
Yep.
Was you on the LL album?
Hell nah.
I was about to say. I heard somebody say, you know Sans. I'm like, yeah, I know Sans. You on the album.
I'm glad. Check it out. When the album came out, I was getting hit up left and right. So I'm glad I'm still getting hit up about it. But check it out. I actually talked to the brother, I want to say maybe 10 years. He's actually in my fraternity, Kappa Alpha Psi.
Oh, shit.
So I want to say maybe like 10 years ago or something like that. We bumped into each other, and he was like, hey, man, I ain't by your name. My name's really Jay Sand and all that, you know what I mean? Whatever. And so I knew about him and whatnot, and dope for him to get on the fucking LL album, man. That shit was dope. So, did y'all like the LL? I found the songs that I liked on that album. You know what I mean? I thought
it was great.
Yeah, I found the songs I needed.
I never seen a rapper 40 years after his first release not sound old, have original production, get Eminem on his song and not sound like he got his ass kicked. Like to me, that album is great. That's my like probably third or fourth favorite LL album.
Yeah, I fuck with LL, man. Yeah, I like that.
Some people, it's controversial though. Some people are like, they don't like the production or.
So for me,
you should have been here before we started the interview. We talking about Lil Wayne.
I ain't heard that one yet, so I can't even comment. But
me either.
It's kind of cool in hip hop to hate Wayne. I don't hate Wayne though.
I don't hate him. I just
a lot of people think it's cool to hate him. It's cool to hate Wayne. Like I don't know, fuck with it. Whoever's dope and whoever, you know what I mean.
Exactly.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. I'm glad you're still out there doing your thing, though, man. You say you got some vinyl coming out.
Yeah, same damn low sweater. Yeah.
When does it drop? So we know where to look for it.
Drop soon as the FedEx guy drop it on my front porch. That's when it drops.
It's gonna be on Bandcamp.
Yeah, I put them on Bandcamp. Yeah, I be forgetting that shit, man. I gotta become a better salesman. That's what the fuck I gotta do, man. I got vinyl on my garage, man. But hopefully, hold on, cause I doubt I do a show. I'm actually doing a polo show. The low dudes at Liggy Long. They got a show up in New York, so I'm doing a show in New York the 20th with the low heads, and then I'm doing an in-store in Middlesex, New Jersey at Backspin Records. So I'll be popping out a little bit.
Backspin Records. That's who putting it out? Is it independent on you?
Just me. Just Hook Entertainment. Just me. I press my own stuff up. I put it out when I put it out. It's not no stress record label. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Started in 1997, still operating. So yeah, I'm actually doing a vinyl thing where I'm taking 9 pieces of vinyl like this, 7 inches, and it's going to be a puzzle. So that's what I'm doing. I'm making a fucking puzzle, and this is a corner of the puzzle. It's going to be a big ass
dope idea, man.
Yep.
So that's dope.
One due process, 7-inch. Yep.
That's dope.
So forgive me if this is a touchy subject. What's your relationship with Rawls? Like y'all still cool?
Rawls are cool. We don't really make music like that anymore. Like I'm not getting beat files anymore, and he's not. You know, I believe the Lone Catalyst thing was what it was, but at the end of the day, he has his music he wants to make.
Right.
I have my music he wants to make. I mean, I have my music I want to make, and it's like, man, there's 6 Lone Catalyst albums. If you want to hear that, now if somebody wants to hear it for real, then they can hear it for real where we're talking serious business. But it's never. I mean, I think about the career where so many deals were turned down, and you guys aren't. Whether it's Fat Beat saying, "Oh, you guys aren't good enough," or all this type shit, you know what I mean? I've heard that so much about Lone Catalyst over the years that, okay, there wasn't a big demand for it where people were jumping out the window for it back then. So if you want it, go get it, or put something on the table to make it worth him stopping what he's doing and me stopping what I'm doing. But as far as personal, man, Jason's doing great, man. He's a fucking professor, doctor, Dr. Rawls, you know what I'm saying? Kids are grown. So for us, there can't be any complaints in the game.
Right.
As far as we talk about Drez, I mean, they're not gonna remember me too, but they're gonna remember Lone Catalyst though. So that's to be able to say that is the blessing that I'm sure we're both happy about.
Mm-hmm.
But again, as far as talking, man, again, I probably won't talk to Dr. Oop again or talk to Pockets again. Again, we that's not what our lives are, man. You're talking to your family, you're talking to your kids.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, exactly, man.
Exactly. And I'm gonna be full disclosure. I just saying that because I still talk to Raw. We had an album we've been working on 10 years, and we finally finished
I know that.
Yeah, I got to finally, and I gave it to a dude to mix, and then he moved out of his house, reset up, then had twins, and now it's been already 6 more months. I'm like, oh, it already been 10 years, so I don't fucking remember. But anyway, yeah, y'all both my brothers, man. I just was curious as how y'all doing, and I never want to come between or I ain't on one side, nobody's side. You know what I mean? Like,
oh no,
I'm wishing y'all the best. I want to try to
keep. There's no sides or nothing like that. It's just shit, man. Shit. It was a great time. Lone Catalyst was a great time, and again, still able to put stuff out with the shit. You feel what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Man, I'm gonna tell you this, man. I went up to I don't know if you know my man Jasar Monumental. He's a producer, DJ, MC. He up here too, and he wrote a Portland with me. And I've been since the quarantine, man. I've been at the crib. I ain't been. I went to Canada 9 straight years. I ain't been up in 6 years now. I've been up in punk ass Humboldt, bitching about it.
You fuck with Mocha in Vancouver?
Yeah. I know Mocha. I got joints with Mocha.
Yeah. I did an EP with him.
Yeah, man, Mocha be working, man. So I went up to Portland, man, and I got some records. I ain't got no mama's house to put them in the basement or the garage. So when I move, I'm taking you know what I mean, 1,000 pieces between CDs and records. And so anyway, I got the joints with me, and I've been just kind of man, I'm just gonna get these away. Whoever want one of these motherfuckers, really, But when we went up there, I took a little package because he just put a new record out, and he picks them up there.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just rolled up with him to pick him up. Then he hit a few stores. So I take my shit. I go up there. I'm ready to, back when we used to go to the store, they used to be like, how much you want for these? And when you tell them, they say, yay, nay. These motherfuckers took my shit in the back. I was ready to ask for $5, These things took my shit in the back. I was like, okay, I give you 12 for this one. I give you 12 for I'm like, whoa.
There's no
so I'm saying I'm doing all this to say that this shit is here, and it's, you know what I mean? It is history. It's reverberating through the future, man. And motherfuckers gonna catch on at one point or another to it. And like I said, I saw these motherfuckers a limited edition 45. I was like, I get to you for 15. Yeah. And he was like, all right, give me 2 of them. I looked online, this nigga selling them for 30. So I'm like, okay, I get it. But still, the fact that he bought this joint was it ain't no new joint. It's just he looked online somewhere and saw what they worth or whatever.
Bro.
So anyway, man, point I'm saying, man, is shit. The jazz artists, they didn't stop putting out shit. They just keep on creating if they want to keep creating. You know what I mean? Yeah. And they shit that they made is great. It's gonna be great, even if they make bullshit after that or whatever happens. When you shined in the era as an innovator and as a presence and as an icon and passionate about it. That shit is resonating. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna start meeting motherfuckers 12, 13 years old that's gonna somehow pop in the playlist, pop on something, and then be like, oh, I fuck with you from, you know what I mean? I met some college students that knew my shit that's 21 and 22 years old. So I'm like,
man, they're younger than that.
Now. You just got to get it. Yeah, man. You just got to get it in the library. The Spotify and all that, that's the library. You got to get your library to check it out, first of all. And then once that's the breadcrumbs to everything else. Because then they're going to find you and they can, but it ain't over, man. It ain't over for what we doing, man.
It's never over, and that's probably one of the things that got me, man, is that, like I said, we used to have to do consignment, but nah, these motherfucking stores are buying them from the rip. You walk in the store with your vinyl, they paying cash, here, take it, go. So that's one thing I noticed different. Not everybody, but I want to say 80% of the stores, man, if I walk in there with vinyl, they're kicking out cash and buy.
Yeah. And that was the first trip. The second trip, we had more time, and we hit like 7 record stores, and we 7 for 7, G. Like some of them Venmo'd me instead of cash. Yeah, but motherfuckers really bought 1 or 2 pieces everywhere. 10-year-old records. You know what I mean? Not even my biggest record on top of that.
Yeah,
my biggest record, that shit is selling for like, I seen it at one point on eBay for like $80 to $100. My boy said he saw it in some record store for 100, you know, but like that ain't even the ones they buying. They buying the ones that. You know, that was cool. You know what I mean? Like that one got a couple of spins, but like, yeah, man, they recognize the art of it, man. They recognize they want creativity and they want, you know, that vibe, man.
Yeah. You know, at the end of the day, what we all do is art, right? It's going back to the art. You know, pop culture has done its thing with our art and kind of watered it down. Now we're going into this space where it's going back to the art. And so y'all putting out these pieces of art, and especially if they're scarce and scarcity, right?
Yep.
And so all you need is people to say, oh, I've been looking for this, or hey, you know what I mean? Like, oh, this is my joint right here, and share it with their friend, and there's only 1,000 of them or 10,000 in existence, then it drives up the price of that piece of art. So it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, it is, man. It is, man.
Beautiful. Yeah, man. Hey, like I said, I probably when this is over, I got the beats up there mixing. So that's what we do, man. We when everybody goes to bed, we turn the machines on, and we get to work. So that's
your lab right there.
Oh yeah. This is my.
That's where the magic happened at.
What's that?
Got the TV in that thing. You know, I'm saying, you know, you got the TV and everything.
Oh yeah. This
got to.
Got the mic, got the Logic on that, got the MP right there, got the 2000 right there. And my daughter got her guitars and stuff, right? The keyboard and the guitars, my daughter wreck on. I wreck on the MPCs and stuff.
What MPC you rocking with right now?
The one, MPC 1.
Okay.
Yep. And they just switched the software, so I gotta learn the fucking new.
I refuse to upgrade, man. I'm still working with the X. I'm the software right before.
It's like learning a new language. So I had to learn that. I just had to take a week just to learn how to use this new software.
I need to do the same.
And honestly, it's better.
It's better.
It's better.
Okay.
It's more getting to. Yeah, it's better, man. I ain't gonna.
I'm gonna make the switch.
But I hate that I was down for like a week learning this shit. You know what I mean?
Right. But it was worth it.
It was worth it, brother. It was worth it. But hey,
real quick though, I don't see no Aaron Rodgers Pittsburgh Steelers jersey in there nowhere.
Hey, you won't. You will not see no Aaron, man. Oh Lord, I don't know what to expect, brother.
That's hilarious.
I don't know what to expect, man. I just, oh man, bro, check it out. I always used to say, man, like you could tell if the Steelers are winning or not by how the women is acting in the club. back in the day, if the Steelers was having a bad season, boy, you better find something in September. But if they win in, you're gonna get Wiz Khalifa song, you're gonna get everything's gonna be cranking. You can so that's man, I don't know what to expect, but the thing about it is that's why let's say that's why they play the games. So we will see. I live in Baltimore. Every day, Raven fans tell me about Lamar Jackson, and I got to remind them Lamar don't have a Super Bowl yet. So we'll pocket.
Yeah, he gonna get it though.
Yeah.
He gonna get it. He gonna get it.
Yeah, matter of fact, the O's. Hey, look, the O's and the Pirates doing bad. We both down this year.
Yeah, we in the same boat.
Yeah, you should sink in the Titanic. We both on the Titanic.
That's all right. We gonna come back next year stronger.
Yeah. Well, hey, fuck all that shit. We out of here. Try to sneak that Aaron Rodgers shit in there. Fuck all that. We out of here, man. Hey.
At the buzzer, baby. Like Halliburton at the buzzer, you got it in.
At the buzzer with that shit. And that's the end of the fourth quarter. We're out of here on Sands on Sports. I just have one thing to say. R.I.P. Sly Stone passed away today as well. And one of the first songs I ever wanted to sample, and I did, is down, 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 down. I like to smile. Yeah, that's right, man. So, yeah, man, Sly Stone. Again, we talked about it, man. We just, we got to give flowers and appreciate the people, man, especially like for us, we're musicians, and you just think about how they used to create music back in the day, 2-inch reels, and you had to play it live and all, no digital shit, and just the craftsmanship of these musicians, man, and we have the records to prove that we have the records and the vinyl. And that's what's always going to be there, man. So I guess that's why I guess that's what we're doing this for. So maybe 50 years from now, some kid can just hold up the Lone Palace, J Sands, Dr. Oop, DJ Pocket, Tahir, Jahi vinyl. You know what I mean? That's what we do it for, man.
Yes, sir.
To leave a mark, man. But yo, Dr. Oop, you're first, man. Let everybody know how to get at you for bars. Let them know where to follow you. Let them know everything that's going on with Dr. Oop. Hey, if you're watching if they got an Indiana Pacers bar out in LA and you're watching the game, you want people to come, let them know, man.
Word. Yo, man, let me see. I still do Facebook. Yeah, I'm old. Uncle shit. Yeah, I know it. The Droop Capone. And there might be a couple of them. So, my crew is called the Black Love Radiators, the Devil Killer Army. So you might see a little black Cupid, the afro with a blunt. That's ours. Instagram, oopdoc, OOPDOC. Bandcamp, I think it's Droop Capone Bandcamp. Yeah, go to the Bandcamp and get music from your favorite artists. They get more money out the deal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Bandcamp Friday.
That's pretty much it. I ain't on Threads.
Yeah.
I don't fuck with that, so I ain't on TikTok.
Oh, TikTok.
That's how old I am. But the new album, though, I'm gonna get all that shit. I gotta get,
Yeah, what new projects you got coming out?
Man, I got this one, like I said, with Rawls that I kind of should have just pulled the plug and I gave him a mix and he was like, it's cool, but I'll mix it for you, my boy, for free, and he was just gonna master it.
Yeah.
And I decided to do it, and you know what I was saying, free, quick, and cheap. Yeah. It's got to be 2 or 3 only,
Sounds like it. It sounds like that. Yeah.
If it's gonna be free, it ain't gonna be quick. No. You know what I mean? If it's only gonna be 2 or 3. Anyway, so I got that one coming at an undisclosed date, and I got this new project called the $6 Million Mandingo. And it's kind of about it's like a satire kind of joint, like the MAGA. They wanted to make a android for the next election because they can't run no more. So they wanted to get a hip dude. They wanted to get a rapper. they wanted to get somebody minority because they knew they're gonna be sick of Trump shit, but they still got his brain and shot. So the whole album is like that first person perspective with that, you know.
Byron Daniels
out there, kind of, yeah, we getting, got to get something creative out there, man. That's what I'm trying to do. You know what I mean? So I got that dropping, man. It's gonna have a little mini movie with it.
Oh wow!
And yeah, man. Like I said, I live in the lab, so the hardest part is getting that 75% shit done all the way to 100 to get ready to put out. You know how it is. Yeah, you got a hard drive full of 80% shit. So my mind frame now.
If you don't put it out, somebody else is gonna put it out. So you might as well get that 80 to 100, bro. Try to get as many of them 80s, 70s to 100 as possible. Because if you don't, it's gonna be just like Prince's sister. your niece gonna put it out on TikTok.
And if I think my metaphors and references is dated now, wait till my niece put it out in 20 years.
Yeah.
Or maybe to fall back into place because they will be like, no, that's not when Kobe died. They won't know because it's 20 years later, so I can fit slide back into place or something.
Everything come back around.
No, but man, you know what it is. You know how it is, man. When you get to the point where you can put out shit every day, right now, you can put up a song on YouTube every day if you want to. You got to use your discernment with your shit, And sometimes as an artist, we get too caught up in perfection, and then next thing you know, it's been a year and shit ain't out yet.
Put that shit out.
Put that shit. That's what I'm on.
Yeah, my man Pocket, baby. What's going on, man?
Well, yeah, you check me out.
Give us some encouraging words on the outro, and also let people know what's going down with you.
Shit, encouraging words, man. Should just stay positive, stay grateful, man, and we still here. We still got a lot of work to do. We're gonna be putting mad music out over the next couple years, man. I got a shout out to my First Saturday crew here in ATL. We've been working on some things. Yo, that's another thing, Sans. We got a crew here in ATL that started called First Saturday. It's like some of the brothers from our music circle. It's like me, JR, J Live, Dinaz, Illustrate, Doug Boogie, who else? Bamboo, Eddie Meeks, it's Superstition, Oxygen. I know I'm missing some of the brothers. You, George. It's a group of monsters in ATL. And what we did back in Baltimore, my pop started this thing where him and his homies got together one day out of every month, and they broke bread and just had breakfast. I started doing it on Saturday because we got families and kids and that sort of thing. It just worked out better for us. And we come together just to get away from everyday life and we'll be dealing with family and we just build with each other, man. It's a mental health build and bonding session for us. We talk music, we talk money, we just build, man. And then when we leave there, dinner, we sometimes go to the lab, man. We might rent out a studio for the evening, put all our chips together. Shout out to Mud Knock. We've been to Mud Knock Studios and booked 4 or 5 hours and just bang out song after song after song. This past Saturday was the first Saturday. We all had dinner at my pop's crib. Then we came back to my studio. We banged out about 4 or 5 songs. Excuse me, 4 or 5 songs here. So First Saturday crew, y'all gonna be hearing from us soon.
That's hard.
You'll start seeing # First Sat and First Saturday on our pages. So I shout out to the brothers, man. My man Flux too. I don't know how I missed him, Binkus Rex. But yeah, that's just a lot more music, man, coming out. And like you said, we need to just release it. We can't keep sitting on this music. We just got to put it out, man. And
put it out.
Just keep that energy up, man. Just stay positive, stay focused, and don't overthink this shit, man. Because when we was younger, we wasn't overthinking it. So why are we gonna start doing it now, man?
Exactly.
And yeah, y'all can check me out at DJ Pocket on Instagram. Also, check out my Discogs page, DJ Pocket. I'm selling vinyl. I'm buying vinyl. So anybody want to sell that record collection, give me a holler. I got the bread to get it. I'm ready to buy some records. Collections is better. The more records, the better for me. So I'm a big record connoisseur. I buy and sell. Check me out there. And also, I've been doing mastering a lot lately. So if anybody need anything mastered, man, y'all get at me. First joint I'll do free just so you can check it out and make sure you like the shit before I do the whole project. So that's it, man.
That's dope. That's dope. Brother active. Yeah, basically, the brother's active.
Got to, man.
Cuzzo, what's up, man? What's up, man? Last man standing.
First and foremost, Dr. Oop, pleasure meeting you digitally. DJ Pocket, you as well, brothers. Pleasure getting to hear your perspectives on sports, politics, and then just the spirit. You know what I mean? I just pick up on y'all spirit as y'all talk. I know y'all real people, so I want to say that first. Stay hydrated. Yep. The book that I've been reading here lately is 3/5 of an MC, The Manufacturing of a Dumbed Down Rapper by Wise Intelligent.
My brother.
Great book. And so also Rapify.net. It's a social network for hip hop culture. I'm the founder of. So it's basically a social media platform for us, right? Also, lastly, I am dropping a NFT, audio NFT on July 18th called Shannon. The song is based off of Claude Shannon. He's the godfather of information theory. And this particular crypto platform has named their protocol after him. So I wrote this song where it's like blockchain meets boom bap. You know what I'm saying? So I'm dropping that on the 18th. So check that out. But yeah, that's it on my end.
Yeah, make sure y'all brothers keep in touch too, man. I need to get all y'all's information, man.
Yeah. When I post, I'll tag everybody, be able to follow and all that good stuff, you know.
Dope.
Yeah, man, it's good to build some positive.
Hey, this was longer than 30, 45 minutes, wasn't
it? Hey, you see how I have my little jar over here, my little Imperial Stout. I know what it might be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I might go for a little run after this. I don't know, but hey, check this out. I'm Jay Sands. That's Dr. Oop, Droop Capone. That's DJ Pocket. That's my cousin Tahir Jahi. And it's Sands on Sports, and we out here, y'all. Peace.